welcome to another episode of our Enamoured series. And as you can see, we are here with Amina and her family. She has come over to celebrate HarvestFest with them, and her mother, Jasmine, is just currently working on a tofurkey dinner. So she is just having a little bit of a conversation with her mom while she has a little bit of free time here and keeping her some company in the kitchen while she makes this supper. They are just having a little bit of a conversation and gaining some sentiments. It means really a lot to me that you make time for me. I just wanted to let you know, her mom says to her. So we absolutely love that. And the boys are just in here in the living room bonding over watching some television together, which is great. I'm just gonna go ahead and get Colton to get into he's gonna stress about some lost time. And we are going to have Colton change his outfit into some everyday clothes because he is in his pajamas. So they are just spending a little bit of time together. Everyone is feeling pretty good, I think. Let's just go ahead and check on their needs here. But after Jasmine gets that dinner ready, we will obviously have Thanksgiving meal, or HarvestFest, I guess I should say. She is taking her sweet time getting this ready because she's having so much of a conversation with Amina. Amina is quite distracting, it would seem. They are just talking about the fact that she just got her new job as an OBGYN, and she's like, how are things going with that? And she's like, I just started. I haven't really had my first shift yet, because of it being the holidays. I was scheduled to work, but then they called me and let me know that I could enjoy my holiday, so I didn't have to go in for my first shift, so I haven't had a chance to work yet. She's like, and also I broke up with my boyfriend, and she's like, well, why did you do that? And she's like, he hadn't even talked to me since college, and then when I talked to him about why he didn't contact me, he told me that he just had a really busy time and he didn't think about me. And Jasmine's like, he didn't even think about you. And she's like, yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Like, I didn't even cross his mind. He just told me not to make a big deal out of it and not to, overreact. She was like, I just don't think that, we were right for one another. And Jasmine's like, well, it's good that you found out now before things got too serious. And she's like, I don't think we ever were going to get to the place where things were going to get too serious, Mom. And she's like, but I did find a person in the neighborhood where I live, and we met and we really hit it off. And she's like, really? And she's like, yeah. And he is a really nice guy. He's an author. He is, trying to write some books. And she's like, really? Well, that's great. I love that for you. And she's like, yeah, I really think it's going to go well. So I'm going to have her go ahead and call everyone to a grand meal. And we're all going to come in here and we're going to eat this tofurkey dinner together, which is going to be great. And so everyone's going to sit down and we're going to have a meal together here. Let me just move this plate out of the way. Let's go set it over there. So they're all going to enjoy their tofurkey dinner together. As we know, Jasmine is a vegetarian, so that's why she made a tofurkey dinner and not a turkey dinner. And so they're used to kind of eating vegetarian meals together for Mom's case. So they're eating this and they're like, oh, Mom, you've outdone yourself this year. And she's like, oh, thanks so much. So they are really enjoying this meal together as a family. And they are like, this is so good. It is so, so scrumptious.
Oh, yes.
And Amina is just going to appreciate her parents and thank them for everything that they have done for her. And she's going to just, banter with her mom and have a thankful spirit about everything with them. Oh, she's going to try to cheer up her dad.
Silly.
And she's becoming best friends with her brother, which is super sweet. We love the fact that they are such a close family and they have such great support with one another, and I absolutely love that. She's like, I'm gonna go ahead and help clean up a little bit here. Manua is calling her, as we know that's her ex-boyfriend. He's like, Malcolm Landgrab and I just had a blast together. Thanks so much for your advice, because she told him that he should go ahead and hang out with him. So that's great that obviously they are getting on, and we love that. So she is just spending some time with her family. She's going to help Mom by cleaning up a little bit, which we love. She is like, I'll clean up the dishes since you cooked, Mom, and you can just go and relax a little bit. And I'm going to have Colton clean up a little bit too. He can clean up this plate over here. And Amina's like, I'm going to go ahead and get going. And she's going to go ahead and head home. And we're going to go ahead and go home with her. So now that we are back home with Amina, she has had a fairly decent HarvestFest. She was able to have her grand meal, and she has obviously gone ahead and celebrated with the gnomes and things like that. And so she is doing a fantastic time as far as her holiday goes. It does say here she wants to have a thankful spirit. We will let her have a thankful spirit at some point if she ever gets a chance to do that. I'm just going to have her go ahead and clean up a little bit. She is getting some plants here from the gnomes, and that's great. Can she give this one anything? No, she can plead for forgiveness. I'm not pleading for forgiveness again. I'm just going to put this guy in our inventory because, actually, I'm just going to put them all in our inventory and we'll get them out of the way. All right. And she is going to go ahead and browse the web. So she's just getting a little bit of browsing of the web done, but I think I'm going to have her go ahead and do a little bit of online learning. We can do some building of her skills. I want her to go ahead and learn a little bit more of her research and debate. I think she is almost to level 7, so we're going to go ahead and get her to get up that a little bit more. And then she needs to get a job using a degree we obviously can't do, and contribute knowledge on a research machine. I don't know about that one either. So we may at some point have to change her career, her aspiration, and find her a different aspiration. Maybe we, now that she's out of college, can change her aspiration to love. Let's do soulmate aspiration. So she wants to have a boyfriend or girlfriend and go on 2 dates. So since she is trying to find Mr. Right, we will go ahead and say that she's trying to find her soulmate. And that really does fit with her storyline because she is trying to find that Mr. Right. She does think, obviously, that she has found that person in Micah. She's hoping that she has found that in him. She's going to go ahead and call him when she's done studying up here a little bit and just see how he is doing for his holiday. She wants to see how he is and if he is having a good holiday. She doesn't want to overstep or kind of, put him out or anything like that, but she wants to make sure he's having a good holiday. So she's going to just give him a little bit of a call and have a little bit of a chat with him. Because she does have him on her mind, and she was talking about him with her mother, and that got her thinking about him. And she's like, I hope that he's having a good HarvestFest. I hope that he had someone that he could celebrate with. And then that gets her to thinking, and she's like, maybe he didn't have anyone to celebrate with. And then suspiciously he comes over to the door, so she's gonna go ahead and invite him in because she's like, oh, did you not have anyone to celebrate HarvestFest with? And he's like, you know what? I don't know anyone in the area other than you. And so I didn't actually have anyone to celebrate with. And she's like, oh, well, if you want, I can go ahead and cook us up a meal. And he's like, would you really want to do that? And she's like, I can totally do that. And he's like, that would be amazing. And she's like, absolutely, I can totally do that. So she's going to go ahead and cook them up a grand meal. And they're going to have a little bit of a deep conversation while they, while she cooks. And so they're going to chat, and she is going to just get to know him a little bit better. She's going to compliment his outfit and tell him he looks really nice. And then they are going to have a little bit of some flirting. She's going to ask him if he's single, and she is going to invite him to join the cooking with her. So they're both feeling pretty, she's feeling pretty confident from cooking, and he is feeling really flirty after her flirty advances with him. They are just doing really lovely here. She's going to ask him if he wants to be her boyfriend because she's feeling like he is really feeling her, and she's like, I am, really thinking that he and I are getting on well, and there's no time like the present, and I just have this feeling like he and I would be perfect for one another, and it's a holiday, he's come over, and I just feel like now is a good time as any. So she's going to ask him if he wants to be her boyfriend once they're done with this cooking, and see if he is wanting to go ahead and take their relationship to the next level. She is like thinking to herself, I really hope that he says yes to this advance that I'm going to take.
Oh, Jarbin decor.
They do seem to really, really get along well, and she's hoping that she's reading the signals properly, and she just thinks to herself, I can't be this, daft that I'm over or misreading these signals. There's got to be something here. And she's almost got this dinner ready for them, which is great. She's going to go ahead and call him to the grand meal. So they're going to have this grand meal together. This is her second grand meal of the day, but they are having a grand meal together. And it's really kind of special that she is, able to have this grand meal with him. She's like, this is our first meal together. It's really nice that I am able to share this with him. And she's like, I love the fact that he thought of me and he wanted to come and be with me and spend this time with me, and that he thought of me on HarvestFest. And so she's feeling all these warm, fuzzy feelings about him. And so she's going to ask him, like, look, you and I have clearly hit it off, and I'm feeling some kind of way about you. I just was wondering if maybe you might want to be with me.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, I do, actually. I think that you and I really would be great together. So he just became her boyfriend. And she's like, I have got to go to the bathroom. So she is feeling really great knowing that she did not misread those signals, that he actually does have feelings for her, and that he does want to be with her. So these two are officially in a relationship, and she's like, I knew it. I knew he felt something for me, and that I wasn't just kind of, misreading anything. And she's eating while she's on the toilet. Like, Amina, what in the hell? This is not sanitary. So she has had a fantastic HarvestFest. She was able to go and spend some time with her family. She obviously had some, nice conversations with her family. She was able to bond with them, and then she came home and she got some studies in, and then she was able to obviously come and, see Micah, and now they are in a relationship together, and it's just really turned out to be an amazing day for her. And she's like, things could not be going better for me in this new town. And she is really feeling confident and thinking, I am just super blessed. She's going to go ahead and ask him if he wants to,
Buena soup.
actually, they're going to go ahead and have their first kiss. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to ask you to leave. Oh, you're in your pajamas, but she's going to have a first kiss with him. She's so tiny and short. It's so cute. But they've gone ahead, they've had their first kiss, and he is like thinking about himself. I don't know what that's about, but we love that. Where'd you put that plate? She's like, I'll clean this up for you, love. She's going to enjoy his company, which is great because she does enjoy his company. They actually get on really, really well, and she's just like, I really, really love the fact that you are a part of my life, and I just really want you. Oh, look at them. They are so sweet together. So she is just enjoying his company. They are loving on one another, and she's like, I am so glad that you came by, and I hope that I made your Harvest Fest a good one and one to remember. And he's like, you really did. And she's like, that is so great, and I'm so glad that you came by. It is really, really late though, and so he probably should leave or stay the night. I don't really know, but can she ask him if he wants to stay tonight? Stay the night? Let's find out. Okay, she'll invite him and see if he wants to stay the night. A sleepover, that sounds great. All right, so he's going to stay over. She's like, okay, great, because I am shattered. I need to get some rest. So she's going to go ahead and go to bed for the evening. And he's like, I'm going to watch a little bit of television because he is a bit of a night owl, it would seem. So he is just going to watch a little bit of television while she gets some rest. And that is, you know, all well and good. But she has work in 8 hours, so she desperately needs to get some sleep. So we're just going to fast forward through this and let her get a little bit of rest so that she can be well rested for her job tomorrow. And he's like, oh, I should get some sleep too. Oh my God, at the earthquakes in this place. And she has woken up terrified of the earthquake. Seismophobia, the area is known to have tremors now and then. Being here makes Sims constantly tense. All right, you need to get yourself back to bed. I know you're tired. I know you're scared, but you also are tired. So Harvest Fest is over. It was pretty good. She got to do a lot of things she wanted to do, but not everything. Next year, she hopes to do even more. All right. Well, better than nothing. And then when she gets up, I'm going to go ahead and get her to go to the washroom. And then she can go ahead and we can check and see what's going on. She had a really weird dream from her high maintenance trait. What even was that dream? That's funny. All right, so she is going to go ahead and use the washroom and then take herself a bath and get herself ready for work. She goes to work in 40 minutes, so we want her to be all nice and clean and ready for work. All right, and she is off to work. We're just going to get her working hard at her new job, which is fantastic. He is having a little bit of food here. We love that. He's just helping himself and making himself right at home, which we love. He's like, she is an excellent cook. I could get used to this, but I should get going now. And Colton's texting us, letting us know he is congratulating us on our new boyfriend, which is wonderful. And we got us a new sentiment with him, so let's take a look and see what it says. When she gets home, we'll take a look at that panel. Right, Amina brought home $400 today, and she did some superb work. And she does have a sentiment with him, so let's take a look at the panel. It says that they are lovers. To be in love is a beautiful thing. They are boyfriend, girlfriend, and they got the cooking together aspiration or sentiment, which is super cute. So we love that. It also says that Amina needs to go to the doctor, so we're just going to send her off to the doctor because she needs to go to a well visit. So we're going to send her off to the doctor for a well visit, and that way she can make sure that she's okay. Hey, Amina, I have a crush on Eloise Hiddlesticks. Do you think it's worth a try? Yeah, sure, go for it. All right, so she's off to the doctor. We're just going to make sure everything's okay. The doctor suggests she gets immunized against some deadly diseases. Immunization is optional as treatments are available, but vaccines are the safest. Yes, let's do that. All right, she's been vaccinated. Immunity feels so great. All right, and she needs to have a little bit of fun. She's going to go and watch a little bit of television now. We love that for her. So let's go ahead and get her some television time. so we can get her fun up.
She should get captain because her dad pays for everything. He should use some of that money to buy her a clue.
She is obviously having a great time in her life. She's had a wonderful HarvestFest. She had a great first day at work. She's feeling super confident in her life. It says, I've got this. She knows what she's capable of. She's trusting the universe. The world is a good place filled with good people. She's happy to call some of them family. She is satisfied because she got vaccinated, and she is on her birth control pill, which is fantastic. That being said, she is on her birth control pills, but I don't know if, that's necessary or not. But, she isn't quite sure she wants kids right now. She is thinking about them, but as we know, she is neutral about having children. But I mean, she did just start this career, so she's like, I don't necessarily know that I want to have children right now. And she just now got herself a boyfriend. So she's like, I don't know that I want to currently have a baby just quite yet. We're going to go ahead and diffuse some oils. Let's do some peaceful patchouli. I think that would be great. So she's going to, do that. And then we're going to have her go ahead and go to the washroom and get herself something to eat. And we're going to have her call and just chat with her boyfriend a little bit. Did she ever meet that level 7 of her research and debate? No, she's way far away from that. Okay. She's quite far from that. She does need to now go on 2 dates. And her brother's calling to chat with her, so we'll let her do that. So she's just having a little bit of a conversation with her brother on the phone, and then she's going to grab herself something to eat, and then she'll call and chat with Micah for a little while. She wants to tell him how her first day of work went, because he was like, make sure you call and tell me all about your first day. I am thrilled to know how it goes. And she wants to give him an update on that because he is obviously interested in how her first day goes. And so she wants to tell him all about that. And so she is going to call him and just give him a little bit of an update because he asked her to do that. So she's going to make sure that she makes a point to reach out and let him know how it goes or how it went. And she actually never really kept up in touch with her other boyfriends that much. I mean, yes, she talked to them, and yes, she cared to kind of fill them in on the details of her life, but not like this. With Micah, she wants to be the first person, like whenever something happens to her, he's the first person she wants to talk to. Like she wants to tell him everything. She wants to go to him and be like, guess what just happened to me? And she's never felt like that before. So that's how she knows there's something different about this relationship, because when something good or bad happens to her, he's the first person she wants to talk to, and she wants to tell him all of these things. And she knows now that makes this relationship different. And she can tell that this relationship is different. How she feels about him is different than she's felt ever about any other relationship she's ever been in. And so she knows these feelings that she's having for him are different than any feelings she's ever had for any other sim. And she's like, there's just something different about this relationship, about this love. I've never felt like this before. And there's just something different about him. And I can't quite put my finger on it, but like I could see me spending my life with this man. And it's kind of scary to her to think, like, I literally just became his girlfriend, but I could see myself having him in my life for the rest of my life. Like, I could see myself settling down with him. And that scares her a little bit, but at the same time, it's also a little bit comforting that she feels that way, because she's never felt that way before. And she thinks to herself, I could maybe have what my parents have. And it's a bit exciting because she thinks, maybe I have actually found Mr. Right. Maybe I've actually found the one. And to her, that's super exciting. She's butthurt from sitting with a high maintenance trait. Sometimes it is what it is. That's funny. But she is super excited about the fact that things are going so well with Micah, and she knows that it's only going to continue on, or she's hoping that it's only going to continue on, because she has nothing but positive things to feel about him. And she's just like, I know this is all new and maybe it's just the honeymoon phase, but things just really feel to me different than they have ever felt before. And so because of that, she is like, I don't know. I just think that things are going to be different this time. And so she's excited to see where this relationship is going to take her. And I am excited to see where this relationship is going to take her. But that being said, she's going to go ahead and get herself ready for bed because it is getting kind of late and she does have work tomorrow. Oh, no, she doesn't. She's off for the next 3 days. But she is going to go ahead and get herself ready for bed. Maybe because she's off for the next 3 days, we will be able to have some time to go out on some dates with Micah. So maybe we will be able to go, oh my gosh, at the earthquakes, they're so bad. But maybe we'll be able to go and see Micah and go on some dates with him. So we will plan for that, hopefully. So I'm sure that we will see him soon. She is feeling very angry from her high maintenance trait. The high maintenance trait, I hope she kind of outgrows that because it is going to cause her a little bit of trouble. You can pick that trash up, please. So I am hoping that, don't stomp that, just pick it up. I am hoping that we will be able to, like I said, take them on a little bit of a date, and we'll be able to do that soon. So we will be planning to do that. In the next episode, we will see them and we will be able to go out on a date with them. So that is the plan for Amina and Micah moving forward, is that they need to go on a couple of dates and she has the next couple of days off. So we will be able to see them blossom their relationship. And that is going to be perfect. And yeah, I think for now I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Enamoured series. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.